Hello, I'm Kotar, and in this video I'm going to show you how to propagate a rose plant by cuttings. So here we have my rose plant. You can see that it's flowering somewhere, and somewhere it already flowered. So first I'm going to collect mature seed pods for planting. So seed pods usually change the color after they mature. So I collected them. So let's go to the cuttings. So here I have nice stem. So we're going to make it a little bit smaller. So we're not going to prune it for the spring, but we are going to prepare it for next cutting in the spring. So here's the first one, and it's probably the only one from this plant. So let's go to the next plant. So here we have another perfect example for cuttings. So I'm just going to see and count 3 notes at least. So here is at least one, here I can see second, and there on the other side is third. So I'm going to cut it under here. So here we have my cutting, or almost cuttings. So let's go to the greenhouse and go to the next step. So here we are at my greenhouse with my cuttings. So first we're going to prepare soil. So here I have some perlite, about 50%, and 50% of potting mix, so or just potting soil, universal. So I'm going to mix this first. So going in pot. So here we have some fluffy soil, and now we're going to prepare our cuttings, or make our cuttings to a cutting, if that makes sense. So first we're going to remove any of the older branches or old dead flowers. So, and I removed all the new shoots, the new shoot also, because it wouldn't survive, and we don't need any of the new shoots for a month or so. So until the cuttings makes roots. So let's do another one, removing all the flowers. So here we have our cutting. So here you can see one note, second, third, and fourth, just under there. So I'm going to remove all of the first one and the second one, so, and leave the third one and the fourth one. So let's do just that. I'm removing lower leaves because I'm going to stuck the stem in the ground, so we don't need them to grow the sides in the soil, so because they wouldn't be any help, so and they would have them the way, so the roots would probably be harder to grow. So let's make so this is almost a finished product. I remove any leaves that I think that are too much for its plant or cutting, so I want cutting that has few leaves but not too much, so it doesn't, so water doesn't evaporate too much. So now I'm going to dip it in my cutting hormone for roots. So here I have hormone for green cuttings, semi-green or semi-hardwood cuttings, and I have hormone for hardwood cuttings. So I'm going to use semi-hardwood hormone, so let's do just that. So I'm going to shake it off a little bit so you can see that it's fully on cutting. So this is the finished product. We could also seal our top, but I don't really mind, and it usually doesn't cause any problems. So this is how to make rose cutting. The cutting is usually made after flowering of the roses, so we left roses to flower, and then after it we make cuttings. So I can make cuttings all year around almost. So thanks for watching, have a nice day and goodbye.